Wanies Academy. Our topic today is Introduction to Powers and Roots. The aim of the lesson is to help you understand and introduce powers, that is indices, and roots, and apply these rules of exponents in simplifying expressions. So therefore, the objective for today's lesson is that at the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand the meaning of powers and roots. 2. Apply the rules of indices to simplify expressions. 3. Evaluate numerical expressions involving squares, cubes, square roots, and cube roots. So we go to the keywords. 1. Exponents. Exponents or powers. It means a number that tells how many times a base is multiplied by itself. Base. The number being raised to a power. Square. A number raised to the power of 2, e.g. 5 raised to the power 2 equals 25. Cube. A number raised to the power of 3, e.g. 2 raised to the power 3 equals to 8. Square root. A number when squared gives the original number, e.g. square root of 49 equals to 7. Cube root. A number which when cubed gives the original number, e.g. cube root of 27 equals 3. Next, we go to the contents. Powers indices. Power shows repeated multiplication of a number. A raised to the power m, a raised to the power m means a multiplied by itself m times, that is a times a times a times till we get to the nth number of a. Let me do with an example 1. 3 raised to the power 4. 3 raised to the power 4 means that we are multiplying 3 4 times. That is 3 times another 3 times another 3 times another 3, which is the fourth one, where we are going to stop. So 3 raised to the power 4 is as good as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 in 4 places. Okay? Now, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 equals to 81. Therefore, we can say 3 raised to the power 4 equals to 81. To better illustrate the point, the 3 here referred to as the base, while the 4 here refers to as the power. We go to another example where we want to evaluate 5 raised to the power 3. 5 raised to the power 3. 5 raised to the power 3, as we've said before, is as good as saying multiplying 5 in 3 places. First 5 multiplied by second 5 multiplied by third 5, which is the last one. Now 5 times 5 times 5 gives 125. Therefore, 5 raised to the power 3 is as good as 125. For the last example on powers, we want to evaluate 7 raised to the power 2. 7 raised to the power 2 means I'm multiplying 7 in 2 places. That is 7 times the second 7. Now 7 times 7 is 49. Therefore, 7 squared equals to 49. Next, we go to roots. Root. The root of a number is the same as raising the number of the reciprocal of its power. E.g., square root of a can be written as a raised to the power 1 over 2. 1 over 2 means the reciprocal of 2, the square part. And also, cube root of b cube root of b, we can rewrite it as b raised to power 1 over 3. Now, how do we use this? To find the root of a number, we first present the number as a prime factor. Then, we divide the power by 2 if the square root is required as the first one here. Then, we divide also by 3 if the cube root is required as described in this second part. We look at example 4. Evaluate square root of 64. Evaluate square root of 64. The first thing to do is to rewrite as 64 raised to power half. 64 raised to power half. Then we rewrite 64 as a prime factor. 64 as a prime factor gives 2 raised to power 6. Then we have the power half outside here. Okay. I hope we can still remember that whenever we are finding the square root, we divide the power by 2. Now the power we have here is 6. 6 divided by 2 makes it 3. So therefore we have 2 raised to power 3. And 2 raised to power 3 is as good as 2 being multiplying itself 3 times, which will give us 8. Okay. Next, we go to the next example, which is cube root of 125. Cube root of 125. The first thing to do is to rewrite as 125 raised to the power of 1 over 3, which is the reciprocal of 3. Now, we rewrite 125 as a prime factor. Rewriting it as a prime factor will give us 5 raised to the power 3. The 5 raised to the power 3, then we have raised to the power 1 over 3 being outside here. By the laws of indices, we divide the power 3 here by 3 because you are finding the cube root. Therefore, 3 divided by 3 is 1. We have the answer here as 5 raised to the power 1. And 5 raised to the power 1 is as good as 5. For the last example, in which we're going to be doing together, we want to get the cube root of 729. 729. The cube root of 729. Okay, we rewrite as 729 to the power of 1 over 3. To the power of 1 over 3. Now, what do we do next? We write 729 as prime factors, which gives us 3 raised to the power 6. Then we have 1 over 3 power being outside. What do we do with this? Don't forget you are dealing with cube root. Therefore, we divide this 6 by 3. So 6 divided by 3 makes it 3 raised to the power of 2. Now, what is 3 raised to the power 2? Means 3 times 3, which gives us 9. Therefore, the cube root of 729 is 9. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do well to subscribe. See you in the next.